Greeting family worldwide, the African melanin people. I have a question for you guys this morning. How many of you that to cancel your wedding date, your travel vacation with your family, your plan, your cruise? I know summer is not here yet, but I know many of you sometimes take your vacation during the spring or going to a family wedding in the south or any of other activities. You guys usually take vacation around this time. How many of you that not able to attend your nephew, your niece, your cousin, or your family member that was planning to get married the end of January to the rest of the year, or maybe the wedding date was since the coronavirus start? The reason for this video, family, I have a question for you guys. How many of you that doesn't get along with your family member? How many of you that hate each other by either misunderstand or when a family member choose not to listen to you when you try to explain yourself, telling them when something is wrong? How many of you that cut communication with your loved one for 5 to 15, 10 years? I know family member that doesn't talk to the mom, to the daughter, the son for 20 years or more. I hope you guys take this opportunity and the coronavirus to see how precious your family is when they can understand you. I'm not saying family, if you have a bloodline family that very difficult to deal with, especially some of us has that mentality sickness that really not to change. I know many of us, if you have a family member that is drug addict or is an alcoholic or who's a player or whatever the bad habit they have, the way they cut your throat off when you try to telling them, you know what you're doing, you need to stop, you need to change your way of living. And when you're telling them you will die of being ignorant, now they want to start a World War III, a World War V with you. I hope you guys realize life is very short, especially for some of you that waste your time. For some of you, when mom and dad was pressure you to finish school on time, even if you live in the West, in England, anywhere in the world, if you're not getting African education the way our ancestors taught us, because your education, and an origin African boy, by the time they turned 12, they already had the PhD. They knows everything what they're supposed to be doing for the community and the family, the responsibility they have. I'm not talking about these young kids that born in the West. I have them myself. These are the modern African children that born in the diaspora. I hope our modern African children in Ghana, in Nigeria, in the motherland in general, because the whole entire Africa, South Africa, West Africa, either way in Africa is Africa. Since I haven't been home for so long, and I'm planning to make many trips to the motherland to see the reaction in our brothers and sisters, and the kids, the husband and the wife, the family member back home in the motherland, to see the reaction, the differences comparing to the West, comparing to England, comparing to all people that live all over the planet. I'm looking forward for that day. But I can speak for those modern African children that's born here in the United States. I see the attitude. I saw the ignorant they can become, choose not to listen to the parents or a uncle or any type of family member. I'm not saying our children or family member need to follow a junkie, an uncle that get drunk at 6 in the morning and still he go to bed, an uncle that's a pervert, that's a rapist, an uncle that don't have no advice, who like to hang out in the street, who like to play in women, an uncle that like to go doing anything to go stealing from somebody else. No. Or a auntie that like to sell her body for $1 as a prostitute. I'm not talking about those type of family. A family member that choose to live that life, you don't deserve to be born in an African family. You don't deserve to be talking with. You don't deserve to be around a family or the family member, because you're not a good example for them, for the children that's coming up, for the children that are around you, because actions speak louder than words. You don't want the type of family around you. As you guys know, my videos always mix with a little bit of everything, because it will be boring if I have to talk only in the coronavirus, especially for as a biological, especially it is a biochemical warfare that in the air you can see it, that dealing with technology, that dealing with whatever they call it, they don't even have an answer for it. Whatever the plan was, it doesn't work out well for them, because if every year you been receive vaccine from your government, from your hospital, from your pharmaceutical that create that vaccine with the elite, they should know the answer. What was the next plan they were going to be dropped? They should have the answer. What was gonna be the vaccine? They were or what kind of chemical they were gonna be injected in human body. But they didn't plan it well this time. Family, all I'm saying, nobody can be living in denial. None of us can say that bombshell epidemic coronavirus doesn't affect you in any type of way. For some of you that had planned to get married, if those days is over. And for some of you that was going to get married, for example, if you are going to get married in May or June, you were supposed to be set up, preparing everything what for that big day of yours that was coming in the month of May. Or if you are planning to get married in April, you already starting prepare yourself. I mean, the little thing that you haven't done yet, because I think it takes 2 years to be planning to have, if you want to have a big fat wedding. That so many of you, I know you, so many of you guys having like 200 guests or up to 200 to 300 guests in your wedding day. if many of you was planning to have a big wedding, a big ceremony, and your big day, so these days are over for this year, because nobody having any plan right now to be since you have to have social distance with people. You cannot be on a beach because they claim the virus is outside. So you will not be able to have it in a church. You will not be able to have it in a hall. You will not be able to do any type of daily activities a family member used to do, such getting married, like you guys call it, when a baby is born, 2 months later, dress them up in white and then bring them back to the church, claim you give it back to God, which is you lying to yourself, or maybe you never know, but now you know. Because many of us is teaching you guys now. It's time for you guys to pay attention. It's time for you guys to listen. So you guys, if you guys choose to stay ignorant, that's on you. Because you know who that God is you claim you are serving today. You didn't know back then. In the 18th century, you don't. But you are in the 21st century. And every book, every video, audio, every tape cassette that was recorded back in the day, from the cassette, before the cassette, it was a big, I don't remember, there was another way they can record in voice. Let's say back in the day, movie maker. Now you can see this thing digitally in audio. You can see it in a form of download. You don't need the CDs anymore to watch any movie. You don't need the old-time big circle display recording that look like a CD. You don't need that anymore to listen to music or to watch a video. Everything is a software download app to listen, to get your information from, including YouTube, because many audio tape now being uploaded in YouTube video, in digital video. So no excuse, because many of us is teaching you about your religion that you've been followed for 2,000 years, that was forcing on you, that was forcing on your ancestors when they were conquered by the outside beasts. Family, the point I'm trying to make, you can't claim that coronavirus is not affecting you. I know many of you are really affecting you mentally. I notice you guys walking around with gloves, walking out with all type of face masks, including a chill in your face. I see you guys go into your cars with the glove, go to the grocery store with the same glove, come out with that glove. When you go put your grocery food in a car with the glove, you get home with the same glove. I know many of you guys paranoid when it comes to that coronavirus, because you cannot control the air and you don't know who exposed that in the same store with you, that work in the same job with you. So for those that affected, it takes 14 days for them to have any symptom. So technically, no matter what you plan, no matter how strong you are, you're still gonna have that mentally psychological side effect on you when you outside, or when you inside your house. You still get an air from outside. Some of you guys that don't know that, you need 10% air from outside and able for you to be alive. If you work in the office, you still get that 10% air. And your job, same thing. And your house, same thing. So in the supermarket, anywhere, you need outside air able for you to survive. So all I'm saying, it's time for you to think about how you're going to be taking care of yourself after this virus. If you used to waste your money making big having a big fat wedding to invite 400 to 300 people come in and eat and leave, you need to rethink that again. That money now should be able to put it in a side or invest it in something that valuable. You can take your money to spend it unwisely for show up, to show people come to your wedding. And a wedding is the biggest thing. Beside wedding, you guys spend less than a funeral. Wedding usually that's the only family time and friend that take most of somebody money when you're getting married. So that's the most expensive things. Because I know you guys don't spend that much when you have to bury a family member. You guys don't spend that much, and if you Catholic that choose to have your kids have first communion, or to have your face have the second whatever they call it, the second communion, I think that has a name for it if you're in Catholic church. And you don't spend that much when your little girl, when you claim to give your little boy and little girl back to the so-called God you claim, and when you are the one who create that baby and with the energy the creator giving you. So technically there was no God who gave you any baby. You create that baby. You are the God and you create another God family. Okay? So for everything that I assume if you are planning getting married during those epidemic, hopefully you'll be able to get your money back, because many businesses going to be closed, especially small businesses, because businesses, small independent business cannot be running for more than 3-4 months without having a customer, because even if they had a little bit money on the side, they won't be able to open too long after everybody back to their regular activities. Because you still have to pay the rent, they still have to take in care the personal need, the house, because if you had a business, you have 2 different mortgages you're paying. If you, like I said, you don't spend that much in your budget. Beside, if you're going to get married, even if you're going to get married with inviting 50 guests, including your family, just put it total 70, it's still considered a big wedding, and you will spend a lot of money in that ceremony and activities, dress, and everything that somebody will need for the wedding day. I also for my plan, what I'm saying is, do you guys going to be reverse that money back you already pay for your family? I mean, for that wedding receptions, for that wedding flowers, for the wedding cake, for everything that was already prepaid for, or you going to get your money back? And with that coronavirus epidemic, many of you gonna be in overweight, because many of you not able to go to the gym. Many of you are not gonna overeat by being home. Many of you gonna be overeat by stressing out with that epidemics, and you're not able to go outside to do what you used to do. Many of you not able to go out to get junk. Many of you not able to go out to go having dinner with your friends, whatever the regular social life you guys used to do. And I know many of you gonna be psychological sick mentally, because many of you have to have a friend to be hooked up with, have to have a friend, especially for some of you now, even your loved one, you have to be distanced from them. You cannot be getting intimate with your boyfriend or your husband during this coronavirus, because you must have a social distance from them. So you can't be all over them. You can't be, I assume you guys don't sleep in the same bed now. So to see the differences, how much, if for some of you that attach with friends and family, you see how much that can affecting you mentally. The elderly, the kids, that not these nasty teenagers I'm talking about, All those nasty 20 years old now who's very disrespectful to the loved one. I'm talking about if you have a mother that you used to come and hug your mother and hi mom, how you doing, or your auntie that very respectful to you, or if you have a husband that usually you connect with, you guys have a relationship, a close relationship with, that's going to be affecting you guys because you're not able to have that connection, social connect with your family. Even when you have dinner on the table, you kind of have to separate apart from them. I notice myself, if I'm in the kitchen, I don't want to see one of my kids in the kitchen. I tell them when they finish, they need to get out and I can be in the kitchen. So both of them, they have their own room. So everybody, when I'm here, they stay in their own room. Who knows when I'm not here, because they're going to do whatever they want anyway. But with that being said, we can't not live and deny that propaganda that with that epidemic crisis is affecting everybody worldwide in many forms, many ways, no question about it. So, and also, I know many of you will not be able to go back to work. Many of you are going to lose your job because company is not going to be able to reopen back. That's the stress that's going to be take place on you guys. So how are you planning of doing that? If you have to change in your wedding date, now you're going to start over again. You may have to go shopping for your dress again, because if you've been getting weight by emotional eating, if you're getting weight by emotional stress, if you're getting more weight by emotional because you lost your job, so technically you're going to be have to shop again, either the groom or the bride, you're going to be shop again for your dress or your tuxedo, because you won't be able to fit and that the same size of clothes you already pick at David Bado shower. I mean at David Bado, not David Bado, I'm sorry. Any places that sell ground for your dress, and same thing for your mom that that you already shopping for that was going to get married. So family, like I said, I'm not a crazy YouTuber. I don't, my information usually about education, my people. When I say my people, for you guys who choose to be African, for you guys who want to be African, because I know many of you doesn't claim to be African. Many of you want to be a different race, want to be looking like somebody else you're not. And many of you don't even go in your own natural hair. Many of you don't, as men, don't even go in their own beard. Many of you don't dress like African. Many of you want to be somebody else, but not African. So I'm talking to my African people that want to be African, that want to learn the mother tongue language, that choose to be African, that want to learn how to cook African food. Especially nowadays, you must claim your culture back, your heritage back, to eat better the way your ancestors used to eat. Even the food not going to be the same quality, but if you change away from the Western society menu, Western society type of food they eat, so you will make a big difference in your life when you come to your health. So at last, all these things, all your plan that you had take a big hit during that coronavirus. I know it because I had a sister that was supposed to get married, and she's back home in Haiti, and that wedding put in hold for now because there was, in Haiti we still mentality, psychological, posting slavery and ourselves, and they claim themselves 90% Catholic, 10% of whatever the other game, Protestant, Methodist, but they all falling in the same umbrella. I've been telling them that for so long, but they don't get it. But I know how much they traumatized for what was forcing on our ancestors, and our ancestor was passing down to them. So a lot of them, they don't know where religion come from, how they become the way they are today. So the church it's closed. Some of them will try to open a church in Haiti. They get in trouble, they get arrested. The so-called church has been closed, and the wedding is off for now. I don't know if they're gonna change it, if they're gonna do it way after all these topic with the coronavirus is over. So I don't know what is their plan, but I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not on YouTube to be popular. I'm in YouTube just to pass in a message to you guys, to help you guys to help educate you guys. For some of you that choose to listen, and for some of you that don't want to listen, I cannot help you. So if you wanna help yourself, you must be willing to pay attention to other people, and then just use it wisely. See, do your research to see if that person, somebody that they know what they're talking about and what they're saying, is they related to you. For me, I listen to anybody that speak knowledge, anybody that know what they're talking about, and I just do my research. And most of us that speak in YouTube or has our own platform, these are the experience things we have in our own, we have for ourselves, or experience things we see in the family member, or the experience we see that going on in our people in the West, or in the people all over the planet. So we know the condition of our people. We know our people were miseducated, our people has misknowledge, eating improper food. We know the sickness we see and we notice in our people. So that's why we take opportunity to help you guys to realize what's going on with you, what you need to be doing to prepare for the next epidemic, because coronavirus is not going to be the last virus that your government going to be telling you to stay away from. Next time, maybe you're not even gonna be able to go to work. Maybe next time you won't even be able to do 6 feet away from each other, social distance. Maybe next time it's gonna be worse for what's going on today with that epidemic. So at last, family, please think about it. Do your research. Stay away from the church when everything back in section. The church is not there to protect you. The church is not there to help you. The church is not there for you in time of need, especially right now. So they're not your pastors that waiting to get paid from you every Sunday or every Saturday. The rabbi that waiting to get paid for you every time they see you in that building. Guess what? The building they don't pay nothing for, it is already paid off, and they don't pay for tax. So if they cannot be there for you in time of need, why you follow a blind man? Your Bible tell you, when you find a blind, when a blind leading the blind, we both fall in the ditch. So these ministers, they are blind to themselves, so do not follow them, and they've been paid to keep you in ignorant. So it's time for you to fire them, and then you save your 10%, looking to save your little money, buy a piece of land in the motherland in Africa, looking to invest in the motherland, because the whole entire planet wealth is in Africa. Everybody seeking wealth from Africa. So don't let nobody fool you. So it's time for you to return home, visit the motherland, get to know your brothers and sisters, connect with your ancestors, connect with the earth, the ground where they are staying, connect with that water where they used to drink from. Please, family, you don't have no excuse now. Please. Or at last, the other question, with that being said, many of you can listen, study, listen to Leng's Curve. He's a blooded that up there try to waken many of you up, but we know we won't be able to wake so many of you because you're so much traumatized and you're in deep sleep. It will be too late for many of you. Hopefully you guys will be wake up in the last minute. Even if you guys stay away from the church, you don't need to get married in the church. Okay? If you connect with your ancestor, you're supposed to have a high priest, a community priest when you pass away, when you transition, that's supposed to send you back to the ancestor in a white way, not the church. No white man coming for you to take your hand. No white angel coming for you to bring you to heaven, family. You're going back to the earth. That's why you must take care of your body physically and mentally. Your energy went back to the earth. You go right back to the ancestors. And you're going to stand in front of my heart in judgment day to go what you call the afterlife. And your heart must be lie there like a feather. That's all I'm saying. Like a feather. Okay? So, anyway, I think it's time for me to go. I will let you guys for now. Until next time. Oh, I forget. Listen to Dr. Phil Valentine. Listen to Dr. Charles Lynch. Listen to Dr. Amos Wilson. Listen to Dr. Ben. Listen to Dr. Afrika. He just become our ancestor now. He transitioned 3 weeks ago. You need to get his book. You need to listen to his lecture, family. A lot of his lectures on YouTube. This brother is breathtaking away to help us to save those new children that's coming up, because we cannot save those 20 years old, 25-year-old. They not listen, especially those in the West. They not listen to us. They will not listen to us. But we must save our children that coming up now, the little babies. For some of you who's planning to have a baby, please, you must educate your body first, because anytime you have anytime you meet with your mate is a spiritually to made before you have a baby. You cannot bring unprepared seed on this earth, family. Think about it. Start, listen, get this book, learn your way of eating, change your diet. You can live longer in this earth. The Mother Earth need us. Without the pure black African, the earth going to be disappear. We must prepare ourselves to save the earth for your future children and children and children. And they need to be living peace in that earth, reconnect to themselves, not to be shooting each other in the head, calling each other all kind of name what was given to them by the slave master. So they need to know who they are, because anybody who don't know who they are, who lost their culture, they don't know where they're going. You must know who you are and able to know what you have to do next. And many brothers I can mention, and listen to Dr. Henry Clark, listen to Dr. Joseph Ben, listen to, always go back to Marcus Garvey, Malcolm Marx. You have to do your research, family. You must listen to your African scholar. You must listen to those, especially for those that study in Kemet, that study the mummies, to know what we are doing, who we are. You have to study this, brother, enable for you to know what next, what you have to do, how to prepare yourself to get your wealth on this earth. There is no wealth you're going to get when you get to heaven. There is no white angels going to take your hand to be flying in the sky. Your wealth and health is in the earth. Everything you do is in the earth, and you must respect Mother Earth. You must have respect all the laws. And your prayer at last is the 42 negative confession of my heart. You must recite this prayer every morning. That's, since you call it prayer, these are the things you're not supposed to do with your fellow brother, your fellow cousin, the earth, the water, the animal, nature. What you're not supposed to be doing. So you're going to be answered to my heart at the end of your life. Your soul going to be judged. Your soul doesn't lie to you. Your soul doesn't compromise. And you're African, you have soul. Not every species on this earth has soul, but you're African. I don't know how much you quench your spirit, how much you destroy it, but you're born with a soul. With that being said, it's time for me to go. Family, take care of yourself. Do not be ignorant with the coronavirus. It is people all type of age dying from it. I don't know if they die from the medication they're giving them, but it's not just the elderly that die from the virus. All type of age die from it. especially for some of you that pregnant now. You got to be very careful. I just saw a sister that from a Guyanese sister that live I think in England. She just gave birth to a baby. She died after she gave birth. So many of you guys gonna get complicated now, end up in a hospital. You must question this doctor. You must question this nurse. You must think before you allow them give you any type of drugs. And then the insulation, I heard they put you guys, you had people that die from it too, of complication. You guys have to really pay attention what's going on in this planet, no matter where you are now. Even if you live in the West, the so-called developed country, no matter in France and Canada, you have to question this doctor. They're frustrated just like you do. The nurses are frustrated. Some of the nurses are getting sick too from the coronavirus. Some of the nurses have to work in the coronavirus department in the hospital. Some of the chief doctors have to work there. Everybody's stressed, guys. You cannot say you're not affected from this virus. We all do. Even for some of us, African, the pure African that connect with nature. For me, I already know everything I see in the earth is not new for me. I know what modern nature, what man-made going to be do in modern nature. They're always doing it. They've been doing it for centuries. Nothing is new for me. Everything I see that happen anywhere in the world, anywhere, especially in the United States, I'm not surprised. The only thing since I've been on this earth, I never see a virus that affecting the whole entire planet. That's the only thing. I spoke to family member, people that dying in the elder age, they never see anything like that. When I was in the Caribbean, I saw we have hurricane or family house rooftop flying to the sky, or garden this or farm disappear, or animals farm, wild animal, or animals that like a cow or horses, they affected by these hurricane. And some we have to start over again to plant again, everything swiping away water away. But I never see anything like that. We have the earthquake, we have after earthquake, we have all type of the disaster. I don't know if I want to call it natural disaster, but I never see anything in history that affecting a virus that affecting the whole world. And after all, we do have a regular flu in the United States every year. And you have people that take the flu shots, they working around with the flu with them for 2 months. They still go to work, they still go to school, they still goes to the supermarket, they still go to the bar, they still go socialize, they still go to the club, but with no problem. And we have more people die in the regular flu yearly than what's going on right now. Family, use your diligence. Think before you go to these doctors. Eat healthy, drink plenty of purified water, exercise if you can, take care of yourself, and take as much natural air if you can. I know the air is not natural, but try to take care of yourself. If you don't, nobody gonna do it for you. If you are gonna get married, please put it in hold. Any other activities, put it in hold, and try to reduce in your expenses, because no matter how much little money we have, is gone now. Because you end up buying supplies, extra stuff to put in the house you don't even need. The reason you do that, you have fear, because you don't know next time you go to the grocery store if they're gonna have it in the shelf. So we're all affected. For some of you invest in the stock market, you affected. For some of you that who are retired, you affected. Because in my job, I know many elders that are retired and they don't know right now where they're gonna be, because the retired money, the pension that in the stock market is not the same anymore. Okay, so long for now. It's time for me to go. I will talk to you guys next time in the next video. Please share the video with the family member, and subscribe if you want to, and likes if you want to. But my main message in YouTube is for you to get some education, that nobody that care for you, that love you, that's going to be telling you the truth. Because when you love your family member, you don't compromise with them. You tell them how it is, even if they like it or not. The truth always hurt, and we must telling you guys the truth, because you're not gonna get it from your church, you're not gonna get it from your family member, you're not gonna get it from your government anywhere in the world. Nobody gonna tell you the truth, especially when it comes to African people. We are the most people, anybody on this planet, everybody on this planet will like to be disappear. So with that being said, take care, we love you, and stay safe, keep your distance, and then live longer and take care of yourself. Bye bye.